It's time for Bump That, episode 21.
Get on with the program, you old man.
Yes, let's do it. All right, so it is episode 21 of Bump That, and we have a guest.
Ooh,
well, not really
legal.
a guest. We have a new addition to the Bump That crew. And we are all very, very excited and we are very excited and we're all very grateful. Brian, Ileana, and I are very grateful to have join our team. Give it up for the one and only Elijah Wilson.
Cue studio applause. Yay!
Yes, take it on. No, just kidding. Keep it on.
I mean,
Keep
I
it
could.
on.
I really
No,
could.
keep it on. Keep it
It'll
on.
cost
okay,
extra, but I could.
Oh my. So Elijah, thank you for coming on, and he is going to be our editor and sound guy. Also for the next few weeks we gave Ileana a little bit of a break. It's her birthday and I guess she needs time with her boyfriend. I don't know.
Who needs that?
What? Ileana has a boyfriend? Oh
I know.
my gosh.
I know. Calling them out.
They're little girls growing up. Oh my gosh.
Yes. All right. So, Elijah is stepping in and is graciously filling in for Ileana. So, why don't you tell us about yourself? Why don't you tell about how we met?
Well, let's see. I met you through Dungeons and Dragons because our mutual friend Lester, who is not at all a molester, no matter what anybody tells you, you should never believe what they say.
No, he is not. But yes, we did play Dungeons and Dragons together, and it was a really fun campaign. Actually, I think about the way that the campaign ended. It ended just a few months ago, and I think about that all the time. It was such a climactic ending, and it was epic, and I loved it. I loved it.
Thank you. I'd been planning it for about 3 years, so I had time to get that right.
It was so fun. So I really enjoy playing D&D with you guys and Magic the Gathering. Actually, Wesley loves playing Magic the Gathering with Elijah and Lester. We're actually going over on Sunday to Lester's to play.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Oh, is that your bag, by the way? I think you left your bag with your stuff.
Oh, is it like khaki messenger bag?
Yeah.
That's mine. Yeah, that's mine.
We'll bring it for you. Okay, so
good, because I was gonna be running around like a chicken with my head cut off come Sunday, just like, where is it? Where are my cards? Oh no!
Yes. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you go to school and stuff?
Well, I am currently a theater Bachelor of Fine Arts tech and design major at the University of North Georgia with a focus in sound. I am also a Cancer. I enjoy long walks on the beach and margaritas. Margaritas are nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm telling. Ooh, you drink margaritas. Oh. Okay,
I also like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
Hey.
I'm not into health food.
Who doesn't?
I am into
at this
champagne.
At this day and age, who doesn't?
I don't like getting caught in the rain. I get soggy, and my drink gets soggy.
That's what the
it gets
umbrella's
watered
for.
down. My drink gets watered down. That's no good.
That's what the umbrella's for. It's just there to...
to catch the rain. Okay, so thank you once again, Senor Elijah, for joining us.
Thank you.
You are
Thank you for joining.
So let's go ahead and get on with the show, because there is a lot of news to talk about. First of all, Soul. We've been talking about Soul here on Bump That for a while now. Soul takes home Best Animated Feature. Was that any guess? Was there any guess as to whether or not it would?
I feel like Soul was the best of the worst. That's personally me. I don't think Soul was a great Pixar film by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it was probably the best animated film that was out, and so they gave it to the best animated film.
I mean, considering that the other 4 that were in the running was Onward, which is another Pixar film, so there's that. Number 3 was Over the Moon, which is something by something by the Sony Image Entertainment Group or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it. It's on Netflix. It's not bad. But
I know Glenn Keane, who was a big Disney animator back in the day. He helped work on that, so I've heard mixed things, about it. But I mean, sure,
And then
the
in the
one
number
that
4,
I thought was, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
in the number 4 spot, you have Shaun the Sheep, Farmageddon, which
Hey.
it was funny.
Hey.
It was funny.
it may have been funny, but it's not going to win the award.
Yeah, it's not going to win the award. It's no Chicken Run for sure.
Definitely.
Oh
definitely.
man. Oh.
And then
man.
number 5 was
Wolfwalkers.
Wolfwalkers.
And honestly, I thought that would actually be a contender, like a strong contender. I didn't see the movie, but reading about it and looking at the still images, it looked like it could have been something really neat. And so I would like to go back and watch that one and
that
see.
studio has been nominated 2 other times for other films that they've done. They do a lot of hand-drawn, a lot of European, Irish films. That's kind of their MO. And they've been nominated, but they just haven't. They have to go against Pixar, and Pixar is the heavyweight. And it's going to be always tough to win against Pixar.
And I was wondering, I was going to ask you guys regarding Pixar, do you think that they deserve to win as many times as they do, or are their wins totally legit and deserved? I wanted to get your guys' opinion on that.
Well, I think, honestly, Pixar doesn't really have much competition outside DreamWorks, and what was DreamWorks' entry this year? Trolls? Fun, but not that big of a contender in any world.
I could see that. I liked the second Trolls. I thought it was better than the first, but
I agree with that.
Maybe not a contender for Best Picture.
Best soundtrack, maybe.
No.
For the animated films, at least.
Meow.
No? What was your guess?
I don't have a favorite, but that was I did not like it at all. At all. I hate what the Trolls franchise does with music in general. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I like it because it introduces kids to at the very least, the idea of other kinds of music than what they're going to hear on the radio. Because, how many kids are going to hear Rock You Like a Hurricane in any version?
What child needs to hear that song?
Every child. That's childhood. You hear completely inappropriate songs and it just goes straight over your head, just like, no. And everybody's Brian, just like, what?
What do you think, Brian?
I don't know. I think, again, 2020 was such an off year for films in general. A lot of studios didn't put out their best work. I mean, who knows what movies they held in, at the end of the day. So I think 2020, I mean, Soul it's a good movie. It's not a great one, but against all that stack, it's just, I feel like, why not give it to at least Pixar. They go for it. They go and they stretch themselves artistically. I feel like they didn't hit a home run with this film, but it's still so much more better than the rest of the competition out there that, for that, you're going to give it to them, And I feel like a lot of the films this year that were nominated at the Oscars, a lot of them aren't masterpieces. I feel like there are no masterpieces in this year at the Academy Awards, but there were some good movies that were worth watching. So we'll wait when next year and hope, we'll see if there's some, you see a film, you like, that movie should win Best Animated Feature. Toy Story 3s, those are the ones that's gonna win. Coco, that's gonna win. Kind of films like that where they're just, those are home run movies, masterpieces. They're gonna win. So yeah.
And speaking of the Academy Awards in general, the 93rd Academy Awards, which we're up to 93, man. Dang. It had the lowest viewership of all time, with less than 10 million people tuning in. Did you watch the Oscars?
I watched the whole thing, bro. Oh my gosh.
So is it even still worth watching? Yeah, that's usually
I remember being a kid, like I started watching the Oscars like back in the 90s, probably like 1998 or like
we
when
watched
Titanic
it like every
won.
year. I remember
I've watched
when
every
Titanic
year.
won.
I've watched the Oscars every year, and this one is it was the worst Oscars I've ever seen, and it's because it was just, you know, you can blame everything on COVID, and they couldn't do as much. You can't fit 3,000 people, you know, in a auditorium, and it lost all the pizzazz, the star power, the magic of the movies. It wasn't like that. It was really just this really weird, let's go hang out at this posh, really neat retro train station in LA, you know, in the middle of the afternoon in suits. It's just, I just feel like nothing could have saved it. You know, whatever stars they were able to like bring up, they didn't have the star power. There were no big movies to watch, you know, to like, oh yeah. Because, I mean, for the most, you pick an average guy on the street, nobody saw Nomadland, you know, nobody saw half the movies that were nominated. They were a lot of independent films, which is great. That's good that a lot of these smaller independent films get recognized, but most people didn't see them. So nobody knows what the heck is going on.
I was a little shocked of some of the some of the films that I thought would win. No, they didn't. I thought Chadwick. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tear me apart in the comments right now.
Boseman.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he was gonna
get
a posthumous award, but he didn't.
Everybody thought he was. That's why they held it to the end, because they wanted it to be like, oh, go in peace, brother. You know, but
well,
yeah, that was
like the riots that would ensue.
You know.
Yeah, and just the fact that they changed the order of the Oscars in the first place. It's like, come on, have a backbone. If you're going to do that, then put it where it usually is and make the big announcement of Best Picture at the very end. That's what people will stick around for.
Yep.
But no. And so I did not watch this one, but I think going off of what you said, like we used to watch, like almost not religiously, but we would watch the Oscars every single year. I remember when $1 Million Baby won. I was really excited. I remember when Crash won. I was like, I don't know what this is, but you know, okay, whatever. And the riots ensued because Crash won. And so I just think that it's just been a downfall in quality, and it wouldn't surprise me if they got to the 100-year mark, and it's a big thing. Yeah, we reached 100 years of cinema. Yay. You know, it's been over 100 years of cinema. But then it just starts to fade away. I bet that we'll see a fade. But, you know, don't
It's
quote me on that.
possible. I mean, I feel like it's almost kind of a sign of the times of, like, movies. Like, movies, like, nobody's... you know, in a few years, who knows if people will watch movies. People are going to prefer to watch streaming shows. That might be I mean, that could be the sign of the times, that people are going to invest more in watching streaming season TV shows, been watching that than watching a theatrical movie, you know? So, I mean, this could be a stepping stone for the way people, you know, view entertainment in the future, you know, and all that. So...
And we could go on.
You could talk for hours. You could talk for hours about that whole thing. You know,
we could talk, and maybe we'll dedicate another episode some other time to talking about the Oscars and even I'm gonna say it, the bigotry of Hollywood, and how people just don't care anymore. They don't have they just don't care about what people are wearing. It's true. People don't care about what they're wearing. who's there, who they're with, whatever. It's all garbage. But something that I am excited about. I just heard about this yesterday, and yet this is years in the making. At least 2 years in the making.
You're just now hearing about this now? What the heck, bro?
I am just now hearing about this.
My
Monsters at Work is a new spin-off series with Monsters Inc. characters. It's a show that's going to be on Disney Plus, and the cast, it's been mostly cast now. It includes the likes of Henry Winkler. Henry Winkler, excuse me. Henry Winkler.
Who's Harry Winkler?
Harry
His
Winkler.
lesser-known They just cloned him. It's like, this guy's Harry now.
Yeah, that's the low budget. That's the Costco brand. Henry Winkler, Mindy Kaling, and others. But most importantly, more importantly, a warm welcome back to John Goodman and Billy Crystal to reprise their roles. It looks great. Have you guys seen artwork for this?
I have not. This is the first I've heard
seen
about
a couple teaser like logos and images and everything. So I mean, I'm on board.
Yeah,
yeah.
You listening? Yeah, you at home. You should Google. Yeah, little Timmy Tantrum. You should go and look up these characters because they look great. They look
it's
fantastic.
Sully is probably my favorite Pixar character. So
we've already established that you are Sully.
Yes.
You are Sully. That's you. So I'm really, really excited about that. More reason to just get a Disney Plus account, which makes me angry that I hate it. I hate that Disney Plus and all these other streaming services have such good content. Dang it. Take my money, but I don't want to give it to you. Anyway, in video game related news, the president of Sony Interactive Entertainment, Jim Ryan, claims that the PlayStation 5 will have more exclusive games in its library than ever before. I'm getting excited about that. I'm starting to foam at the mouth. I want it. I want to see those games come out. Allegedly, I almost said Thor Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok is coming out at the end of this year. I don't think so. Maybe I put more money on 2022. But then you also have Horizon Forbidden West, which I am all for. Ratchet and Clank, more Ratchet and Clank, but also new original games. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Brian, you're the PlayStation person. What do you think?
I'm they definitely got to set it up because what does that say? I can't read that.
Somebody is trying to give us hieroglyphs.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So anyways, really quick, I'm excited, for all of the video game industry. Xbox is trying to set up their own system of exclusive games. They've been making all these moves. PlayStation 2 trying to keep up with to be that number one deal against Xbox. Microsoft, they're trying to do, we're going to have exclusive games. We're going to have quality exclusive games, not just, they're doing what they can. I'm excited to see what they have. I'm looking forward to some new, brand new IP because I wasn't really a fan of the God of War or Ratchet or Clank. Those games aren't really me.
Boo!
Ratchet and Clank are awesome.
Boo!
But I know how popular they are, and that's great. So I'm hoping for some brand new IP like Last of Us-esque kind of video games with lots of good storylines and stuff like that. That's me, really.
No, if anything, I have the most backward sentiment. I'm thinking there are so many Last of Us games. Like, I'm tired of zombies.
Not zombies, but lots of character-related, character-focused video games. That's what I want, I think it's for the most part, that's people a lot. Yeah,
All right, I can get down with that. All right, on to some sad news. Super Nintendo World in Japan it just opened, and now it's shut down again because
What?
due to
I didn't even hear
yes.
Did someone die
Yes,
on the
dude.
on the Mario World?
No. The answer is no. In Japan, there have been an increased number of COVID cases. Of course, because COVID ruins everything, all that is good and dear in this world. So
This is why
it's
you
actually
should
like
let.
it's actually like a state of emergency in Japan, so they've had to go ahead and close Super Nintendo World.
See, this is why we should let Bill Gates microchip us, so that way we can go places again.
You're weird.
Thank you.
No.
I
No. No.
I mean, I got my
but
first microchip today. It was great. It just looked good to go.
I think I ate some microchips earlier.
Those are called crumbs.
Man, get off my butt. Anyway, so I'm really looking forward to not only when Japan opens, obviously, but when Super Nintendo World opens in Orlando. Let's hope that that stays on course as far as being built and all that. Moving right along, a big Animal Crossing New Horizon update is set to install later this week. It's called May Day, but it's not really just one day. It'll actually span for a good chunk of time. Some of the updates include, I guess, things for wedding season. You can go to a place called Harv's Island, and Harv is a photographer.
It's
He
wedding
has his
season,
own little...
buddy. What are wedding crashers?
And what better way to celebrate your wedding than having your wedding on the Nintendo Switch? That's actually been done several times. If you Google it, you will see instances where people get married via Animal Crossing. It is weird and kind of wholesome, but emphasis on weird.
It's definitely more weird than wholesome.
And so on top of the wedding season over on Harv's Island, you will also be able to go to your museum, the museum run by Blathers, and there will be special features. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what they will be, but I remember them doing this last year. And actually, the Smithsonian had like a cool thing. They had a cool feature on their YouTube channel where they actually went through. Somebody was streaming, going through the museum and looking at each exhibit and just expanding upon what they already have. And so it's really neat, actually. I thought it was really neat. Just going through and talking about each thing. Very interactive and very, very cool. The last little bit of news, but certainly not least, I woke up to this glorious news today. By the time you're listening to this, it'll be old news, and I hope that many of you will already be playing this. But Super Mario Party has received a sizable update, which includes playing online matches with your friends. Since day one of this game being out, that has been the cry of the people. Why can we not play online with our friends? And lo and behold, it has come out. But my other question is, why couldn't we have this last year?
You see, on the one
what the
hand,
heck? Wow.
I get that people want to play Mario Party from distances apart, but isn't it the constant fear that if you betray your friend in Mario Party, they're going to come across the couch at you that adds to the experience?
Now you have the looming fear that they'll attack you and you won't see them coming.
True.
Dun, 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 dun. But, man, there's a game that my family plays called Ultimate Chicken Horse, and we play that online. And there is nothing like hearing your mom scream in frustration over the phone because she is just furious at what she's done, or if somebody's placed an item where she can't succeed in her mission of getting from point A to point B. But I digress. I am so thrilled that this is finally a feature. And in my opinion, it really makes the Switch Online account, for you to buy a Switch Online account, it's $20 for a year. If you have this game, in which I thoroughly encourage buying this game now, now you have a real reason to play, play online with your friends and family, man. And it's fun on its own. It's fun when you're playing, couch play with other people. But now it's just like, wow, I can play online with other people. Finally. Nintendo has heard the cries of the people. And now they will hear the battle cries of people partying online. Oh, man. So that was a lot of news. And there was still a lot more news that I have not covered. But that's for another day. Does anybody have anything to add?
No.
Okay. All right. And I'll actually just throw this in. The Nintendo Switch, as of this week or last week, is the number 6 best-selling console in Japan of all time. It's actually losing to handhelds like the Nintendo 3DS and the Game Boy, of all things. I think the PlayStation 2 is also on that list. I'm just going off of memory, to be honest, but I think that's pretty awesome. So, just something to sink your teeth into. So, with that, I'm going to quickly run through the sweet thing.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yes,
dun,
the
dun,
sweet
dun.
thing.
Sweet
Today.
things with KT.
No, the song is more like a think Barry White. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
is there so much heavy breathing? Like,
Because all these sugary desserts that I've been eating, they're contributing to my diabetes.
She's got diabetes.
They're contributing to my diabetes. I
That's
wash
I wash myself with the
with
stick.
a rag. No, I
rag.
wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Clap.
Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes,
Yeah.
anytime. So today's dessert comes from the Cupboard Cafe, located in scenic Dillard, Georgia. I've actually got 2 pieces here for you. I've got a piece of cookies and cream fudge. I'm not a huge fudge fan. It makes me very thirsty, so I'm just gonna take one quick bite of this. This is a huge chunk, though. I'm gonna give this to Wesley afterwards because there's no way I can eat all this. It's very
That's the
thick,
look
but
of
it's very
revelation.
creamy. Ooh, there's a good taste. All right, there's the cookie. It is good, but again, I'm not a huge fudge fan, and I'm already getting super thirsty. But what I have here is a vanilla bean caramel cake slice. Also,
Oh,
yes,
dang.
I am. Oh my god, do I have a fork? I was just about to pick that up and just I washed myself with a rag on a stick. All right. So, right off the bat, it's a nice size cake. It's not too big. A lot of these desserts that I've been getting, people are just so doggone generous, and they just give me giant pieces of cake. But this is actually a nice size one. It's thick. Wow. I sunk my fork into it, and the caramel makes it really thick. The caramel, it's really gooey, and it complements the vanilla bean very nice. Ooh, that's like an ice cream. The vanilla bean makes it taste like I'm eating ice cream in tandem. That was a good cake. So, once again, that is the Cupboard Cafe, located in Dillard, Georgia. And eat local. That is my bit.
It's good advice.
Yes.
Always eat local.
Hey, eat local. That's why I eat all this dessert, by the way. That's the thing. Eat local. And amazingly enough, I've managed to find desserts, like at least 21 different desserts from different places. I have eaten at the same place twice, but it's still a pretty diverse dessert list. Okay, now, this is a really KT heavy episode. Sorry about that. Yeah, click away if you've had enough of me. But today I thought that I would also invite you guys to be a part of the action. So I issued a poll on my Facebook and I asked around. I had a list of 30, yes, 30 different animation features. And to be clear, because I had a lot of people say, you forgot this, you left this out. I'm looking at you, Manny. Oh yeah, and I'm calling people out. Not really calling them out. Shout outs / calling out. Manny, you're like, you messaged me and you said, what the heck? You left out Studio Ghibli. What about Princess Mononoke? And I said, bro, these are TV shows. It's okay. We'll get there. But a list of 30 animated television shows doesn't have to be of, there's a good mixture. There's anime. There's shows from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and now, today, I guess. There are even adult animations. So I was really just gathering data, and I wanted to see, I wanted to sort of see what was the outcome of this gathering of data. But first, the shows that were listed, and I'm just gonna spitball these because there are 30. Powerpuff Girls, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Rugrats,
Good.
Hey Arnold, The Proud
Good.
Family, Transformers,
Good.
The Smurfs,
Nah.
Thundercats,
Nah.
Phineas and Ferb, Doug, He-Man, Dexter's Lab, Samurai
Yeah.
Jack,
Yeah.
Sailor Moon,
Yes.
SpongeBob SquarePants,
Ugh.
The Wild
Yes.
Thornberries, Kim
Yes.
Possible, Adventure
Yes.
Time, Ed, Edd n Eddy,
Yes.
Justice League Unlimited, The Fairly Odd
Oh,
Parents,
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, Rick and Morty, BoJack Horseman, Attack on Titan,
Yes.
Looney Tunes, the original, Animaniacs, Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, and the original
Oh, so good.
Pokemon.
Dude, there's so many other
That's-
TV shows. I
I know.
That's a
you
dynamite.
didn't even get like half of them, bro. I was just saying, remember Science Court? Does anybody
I love
remember
Science Court. I remember Science
on
Court.
One Saturday morning. Nobody ever talks about that show and how really awesome that show was.
Anybody
was a
remember
great show.
Schoolhouse Rock?
Yes.
Oh,
So
heck
I
yeah.
acknowledge. I'm also calling out Manny and Angel again. Yes, there were shows that I left out, such as The Simpsons, Futurama, Courage the Cowardly
Yes.
Dog, King of the Hill,
Yes.
and a whole slew of others. Recess,
The
Pepper Ann.
PJs. Pepper
Oh
Ann
my god,
sucks,
get out of
dude.
here. Get out of here with the PJs. What the heck?
What?
Who
Don't
the
you
heck
remember
remembers
the PJs?
I remember the PJs. Of
Oh,
course I remember the
that
PJs.
was
No.
awesome stuff.
No,
man.
you're done. You're done.
Hey, what about
Okay.
Duckman? Anybody remember Duckman?
I've seen
Duck-
2
Or the
episodes
Critic?
of that one.
You
I
see?
remember the Critic.
Just like
I
2
remember the
episodes.
Critic.
You know what I watched the other day? Actually, like a couple months ago. That is creepy as heck. The animated Spawn show that was on HBO. Never
Yeah,
seen it before.
it's-
And it was, you can find it streaming on YouTube. I watched it. Creepy as heck show. And I've never been a big fan of Spawn, the comic book character, but I watched the animated show. Is creepy as heck. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry. That was
Oh no, but I also left out X-Men,
yeah.
Spider-Man. So a lot of these great
Eek the Cat.
Eek the Cat. Oh my gosh. Okay, while
What
we're
was
there,
the
why not?
Wait, what was the show on Fox, Saturday morning Fox TV,
Mm-hmm.
where there were these dinosaurs that dressed up and they were trying to kill the cavemen. Do you remember this show? And there was two cave guys. One was really smart, and the other just hated the other guy. And these dinosaurs were trying to kill that show. I can't believe I don't remember what you're talking about,
but I don't remember what it's called. I mean,
or
if we're going...
Mice from Mars.
I remember Biker Mice from Mars. That is, yes.
Oh my gosh. So, there obviously, there are a ton of TV shows that I could have included. On top of that, I could have included Netflix originals.
Check this out, too. I mean, this is deep stuff. Every animated version of a Jim Carrey movie, okay?
Yeah,
The Mask, Dumb and Dumber.
What was
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Okay? Yeah. The Truman Show, the animated movie.
Oh my god.
That's one that I just... Why? It didn't need to be made.
Oh my
no,
God.
That's fake. Nobody made that. That's just
no. But
Dang it. Why you gotta tease me with these, man?
Even George of the Jungle. That was a thing.
That was before they made the movie. That was already. But still. That was Rocky and Bullwinkle and Dudley Do-Right, animator guy.
Yeah.
Jay Ward, something like that.
My point is, yes, I left off a lot of shows. It's okay. We'll make
Muppet
it.
Babies. What the heck?
Frick, I love Muppet Babies. Get out, man. All right, so those are the choices. The top 5 picks I was very surprised about. Now, obviously, one of them I'm not surprised about. Tied for the same number of picks are the Wild Thornberrys, Powerpuff Girls, Kim Possible, and Phineas and Ferb. I was actually very surprised by that. And those are top picks. But the one that had the most picks, which surprise of no one, is of course Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with that before people come and add
you didn't
me.
Just be like, hey, there's $10 in it if you vote Avatar.
I let people, even my mother, I'm calling out my mom, my mother, she did not pick Avatar, which I thought was very surprising. And I was like, what? I don't understand. But I'm I mean,
we're just trying to say which one is the best one. Avatar? That's like the consensus?
Well, I guess that is the favorite. I'm gonna say maybe not the best one. I mean, in my opinion, it is the best one. But
what is the most beloved or cherished?
I'm gonna say most favorite. And I'll go ahead and give out some shout outs. Eileen Guzman. She says Avatar because it's a surprisingly good story. Phineas and Ferb because it's a great series on family, friendship, and innovation.
Wait a minute. Who's voting for Phineas and Ferb? I'm sorry.
A lot of people.
Maybe
a
it's
lot
just
of people.
I'm older, but Phineas and Ferb is great, but I feel like SpongeBob is a much better comedy than Phineas and Ferb.
You know what?
I think that's like the same show.
SpongeBob was surprisingly low. I was actually very surprised by that. But I need to finish. Powerpuff Girls, because, it's the Guzman girls' secret identity. Well, it's not a secret anymore. Sorry about that. Eileen Guzman. Okay,
Who's
so,
that?
So Hope Weissite, she just got married. I need to get used to saying her last name. She says Sailor Moon, Avatar, Dragon Ball Z, but in parentheses, but Powerpuff Girls and the Proud Family, and Kim Possible, and Pokemon, Cryface. So good.
I feel
that
like
was Hope
hearing
Weissite.
you could like immediately tell how old this person is. Obviously, they're like, in their mid-20s now or upper 20s, and
you know what? Do you hear that? I hear you being called out, Hope Weissite. I hear you, and I hear you laughing from your home. So, all right. Some more shout outs. Kai Wright says just 3? ? Exclamation point. Hey Arnold, Batman the Animated Series, and Animaniacs. So you can sort of see his age, I suppose.
Yeah, that's like
list.
that kid was around in the early 90s, so he was able to see. Yeah, good.
Yes.
We get along. Yeah.
Yes. So a couple more here, a couple more shout outs. Mamie Wade says Samurai Jack, Kim Possible, Powerpuff Girls. Andrea Lee says Avatar, The Last Airbender, Sailor Moon, and Dexter's Laboratory. Annie Landers says, one, Perry the Plumber Platypus, Perry the Platypus. That's actually a reference. I get that joke. Thank you, Annie. 2, Kim Possible. 3, Gotta Catch 'Em All. Excellent.
That's a respectable list.
Yes. And then Rachel Landers. Well, I don't know how to take this. She says, I hate you. I cannot pick just 3. I refuse. Period. I can't. Period. I really just can't.
Yeah, what about gummy bears? Nobody mentioned gummy bears or DuckTales or...
Oh my gosh.
DuckTales was the surprise.
Woo!
Wait, like modern
The
DuckTales
yeah,
or
the
like
newer old
80s
one.
DuckTales?
The 80s.
Yeah, okay. Darkwing Duck,
Gargoyles,
what is that?
yes, we know.
Tailspin, you know. Marsupilami. I mean, get the heck out of here. Timon and Pumbaa, the TV show.
That was
I
an
mean,
excellent TV show.
okay, let's just add Aladdin in there as well. And
That was like
Bonkers.
bonkers. Thank you.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody
that was
remember Tomcats?
the name rings a bell.
Is that Hanna-Barbera?
I think so. It was like the 2 mechanic cats that fight crime from an F-14, and it's just like, wait, you're flying a military fighter
that's
jet.
That's deeper than Hanna-Barbera. I know what you're talking about, but that's some deep level stuff right there.
It's the great joys of only having rabbit ear television for almost 20 years.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
You get the weird ones.
So Mario.
Man, friggin' Scooby-Doo isn't even on here. What the heck,
I
man?
know, and I was talking about that with somebody else, and I know.
Scrappy Dappy Doo? What the heck?
Oh my gosh, I need to find these people's last name. Claudio. Okay,
Maybe-
so
Don't give out last names on a
oh
podcast.
no,
What the heck?
I've been doing that. Manny
Dox
Claudio.
everybody.
Yes. We can like add in
Do it.
little sound bites if we have to. Okay, so Manuel Claudio says Steven Universe, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and Grim Adventures of
Ooh,
Billy
good
and Mandy.
one.
Thank you,
Oh,
Manny. Those are
Deep
not on the
cuts,
list.
yes.
Oh, and
Those
his
are some
brother
good
Mario, Claudio says Steven Universe too.
Hey, speaking of Mario the cartoon, the animated one,
Yeah,
with
I
the
liked
guy, the
that
live
show.
action guy too. You know,
Yeah,
that
I
was
like
huge.
that show.
Freaking Back to the Future, the animated TV show, that was on there. Ghostbusters, the animated Ghostbusters is so awesome. That was such a good show.
So what I'm hearing is I need to do another list some other time. So those are the shout outs, some of the shout outs. Thank you to everybody who's participated. And so what I also
Bobby's
wanted to
World.
look at,
What? You didn't mention
yeah,
Bobby's
Oh
World.
my
What's
God,
wrong with
Bobby's
you?
World. I can't believe I remember that stupid
I can't
intro.
believe you got that.
Oh my God.
That was awesome.
Jeez, and he's riding around in his little tricycle. God. Okay.
Then Howie
that
Mandel
brother
with
looked
hair
re-
pops up.
Yeah, and the brother with the freaking rat tail. Jeez.
Oh, gee, Bobby, don't you know?
Oh my God.
Okay, go ahead.
So-
I'm sorry. I'm just
Yes.
interrupting.
So, briefly, I just wanted to take a look through the looking glass, I guess, and see the animation through time, and sort of compare it to what were the popular picks versus what wasn't. I was actually very surprised that nobody picked anything like the Fairly Odd Parents, or even Rugrats. Nobody picked Rugrats. I was pretty surprised by that. But I don't know. I thought that was very strange. We have our top
Wait,
5.
hold on. Wait a minute.
Consi-
Fairly Odd Parents is a great show, but that's nobody's favorite show.
Mm-hmm.
tell me one person who thinks like, oh, Fairly Odd Parents is must-see animated TV. Like, I gotta, Rugrats.
I don't know.
I don't know. Rugrats.
I think the
Rugrats
Channel
isn't-
Chasers was the must-see episode of Fairly Odd Parents.
Channel, get out. You're done. Ladies and gentlemen, Elijah Wilson, he's done. He's finished.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. What were you saying, Brian, about Rugrats?
I mean, Rugrats. There's two versions of Rugrats. There's like 1996.
There's actually
before
like 3.
1996 Rugrats. There's before 1996 Rugrats when they did like reruns for like 3-4 years, and then they did like when they came up with all these new characters like Kimmy and all these other new relatives and people getting married. So, Dill. So that's the other like half of Rugrats. It's like Rugrats, then Rugrats the next generation, and then Rugrats grown up. So I mean, there's 3 different levels of Rugrats there. It's such a, I don't know, it's too much.
I don't know. I was just very surprised by that. All right. So, I was also thinking about, I don't know, merchandise. Does that have anything to do with people's decisions? Let me remind you what the top 5 picks were. And I find this to be a little shocking in terms of product placement, like toys, clothes, etc. We have in the top 5 shows were Powerpuff Girls, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Phineas and Ferb, The Wild Thornberrys, and Kim Possible. I haven't seen a lot of product placement for a lot of these. Maybe Phineas and Ferb.
No,
But
they
not
didn't
really,
have much.
for Avatar, I've got a plushie Appa. What else do I have? I may have a mug, but not really anything. I don't even have any action figures. If you guys want to send me an action figure, I mean, I wouldn't say no. But
You're talking
Powerpuff
about
Girls?
so like yeah, was there like breakfast cereals, pajamas,
Exactly,
toilet
exactly.
paper with their faces on it? For those shows that you mentioned, there were none. Maybe
Exactly,
Powerpuff Girls,
so-
but that's it. I mean, Kim Possible, she didn't have like a ice cream or something.
No. And
Who the heck picked Kim Possible as their favorite TV show?
a lot of people, and
Many fun
close to that was the Proud Family, which I thought was a little surprising as well. The Proud Family didn't have any merchandise that I know of.
No, that's when I was thinking Proud Family. I mean, that's a great show. I think I got that mixed up with Fairly Odd Parents. Proud Family is a great show, but it's like might as well be like an animated The Cosby Show. I feel like
Why, Brian?
that show
Say it. No, I'm kidding.
because
your
it's
words,
about
Brad.
African Americans, and it's not about.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
they're. Let me get my Proud Family action figure. It's not that kind of show.
My Penny Proud Dolly.
Yeah, let me get the
Hey,
grandma. What's the grandma's name? Sugar Mama?
Sugar Mama. Hey, if they made a Sugar Mama Funko Pop, I would be all over that. I'm
So,
serious.
that show is
that would be right
I mean,
there.
that show is geared to like 12-year-olds, mainly.
Well, there's
'cause
nothing wrong with
it's
that.
Yeah, but so at that point, you're not really looking at buying like a blanket set, for your bed with the Proud Family
I
on
could.
it.
I don't see why not.
The
If you could
Proud
buy,
Family?
yeah.
No.
Why not? Why not?
No. Who would? I don't see
don't know.
anybody.
I don't
it's
know.
like that's like saying, would you get a Flint? Did anybody get the Flintstones bed sheets?
I'm
So
sure.
many people.
Oh, I'm sure they had their own. You know what? I want a Proud Family breakfast cereal. Isn't that what what did the dad do? Did he make cereal or did he
Snacks.
make toys?
He made snacks.
He made snacks. I want a Proud Family snacks. I'm surprised that wasn't a thing.
I think
Come
it was.
on.
I think they were like gummies for a little while.
Oscar. His
Bring
name was
him back.
Oscar Proud.
Yes, Oscar Proud. You know what? I want some Oscar Proud snacks. Bring them
No,
back.
I'm
Hashtag
just-
bring them back.
I'm just telling you, man. Proud Family is an animated Cosby show, which is good, which is great. I'm glad it was out there, but it's not like a merchandising. Like, there's no Pez dispenser with Sugar Mama on it. Okay, it's just
There
not
should
how
be,
it
though.
works. Okay.
I think we could all agree that there should be.
Yes.
Okay, so getting back, I just thought that it was an interesting observation because you have shows in the list that I provided. We had shows such as Transformers, He-Man, SpongeBob was on there. Adventure Time got a little bit of love. Looney Tunes, Batman, Pokemon, those were all low scoring, which I thought was very strange because there's a lot of product placement around there. Now, I bet if I were to ask, which I actually did, I did ask younger kids what their choices of this list were, and it didn't really fudge the numbers at all. They still picked according to how we see it here, where the numbers are a little weird, a little unpredicted, I suppose. So I just thought that was a little interesting. I wanted to collect some data on some animated features. And so I had to finish this off for this evening. I have a little quiz, a very, very short quiz on our top picks. On what years do you think each of these debuted? So this question is posed for both of you. It's not like a ding, 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 like hands up kind of thing. Just, toss out what you think it is. What year do you think the Powerpuff Girls debuted on Cartoon Network?
I'm going to go with 95.
What do you think?
97.
1998 is when the
Wow.
Powerpuff Girls debuted
Really?
on Cartoon Network. Yes.
No
I
kidding.
honestly thought it was 1996. I thought it was 1996, but I was wrong. Okay, Avatar, The Last Airbender.
It's 2004, isn't it?
Elijah, what do you think?
I'm going to go with 2003 because I know it ended in 05.
You're both wrong. It started in 05.
Oh, I got my
And
dates backwards.
it ended in 08.
08,
Ended
yeah.
in 08. Okay, a couple more. Phineas and Ferb.
2003?
2008.
Elijah's got it. 2008 is when
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb debuted on the Disney Channel.
Really? I thought that show was a
yeah.
lot older. Wow.
No,
Oh, no, it went for a long time, but it was... I think it got
such a
started
great show.
based off of, like, Iron Man or something. Just like, hey, what if we have some kid, not rich Iron Mans that just have zany adventures?
During the summertime. All right, two more. The Wild Thornberries. Marianne.
I'm going to go 96.
97.
The correct answer is 1998, the same year as the Powerpuff
Really?
Girls.
No way.
Yes.
Dang. Wow.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm
Good
way
year
off
for
on those.
cartoons.
Yes. All right. And our last pick, Kim Possible on the Disney Channel. What year do you think Kim Possible came out, Brian?
I'm going to go 2003. Yeah.
I'm going to go with 2001.
The correct answer is 2002.
Oh,
Smack in the
dang,
middle.
So close.
Both went right around it, just like...
And with that, we have concluded episode number 21. We are now of legal age, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again to Elijah Wilson for joining us for this episode. He'll be
Yes,
with us
thank
for the
you.
next few weeks. Be patient as we are trying to get all of our stuff in order. Please be patient with us. But don't worry, you'll get your fix. Stop climbing through your screen and yelling at us. Give us a like or give us a thumbs down. Really, if you hate our guts, just go ahead and just tell us. Okay, be honest.
It is with that comment.
We would, hit us with that comment, smack that subscribe, hit that little bell. You guys know what to do. You guys watch YouTube. And join us next week for another edition of Bump That.
Bump
that.
that.
Bump.
Boom, 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 boom.